much for clicking on my video to watch. I'm going to make this intro super quick because it's very loud. That's why this video is also going to be a voiceover. I am going on a date tonight with Adam, so I am just getting ready for it. I did my hair off camera, but I showed you guys the products that I used in it, and I did my makeup, and I'm about to show you my outfit as well. So before we get on to the video, please don't forget to subscribe. Click that little bell beside the subscribe button. That way you guys get notified every time I upload a new video. Also be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to watch me get ready, then please just keep watching. Okay, so I had just curled my hair. Now I'm going to pop some macadamia oil in it. I always use this for my hair because it completely smooths it out. And as you can see, I have very frizzy hair. So I just run this through the ends, and then with the excess, I put it into the roots just so my hair is all nice and smooth. And when I want to add a little bit extra volume, I put this in my hair. This is the Verb C Texture Cream, and I just use a pea-sized amount, rub it in my hands, and then very lightly flick it through the ends of my hair just to give my hair a little bit more texture and make it look beachy. Now I'm going to move on to my makeup. I'm using my Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This one is in the shade Vanilla, and I'm just placing it underneath my eyes where I have some discoloration. I find it works best before my foundation. Sometimes I use it after, it just depends on what mood I'm in. And then I realized that I didn't put my primer on first, so that's what I'm doing very carefully now. Trying not to smudge the primer onto the concealer I just put on, but I'm using my new favorite by Henriksen. This is their Banana Bright face primer, and it's amazing. For foundation, I'm going to use my Anastasia foundation stick in the shade Warm Natural. I've been loving this foundation recently. It's nice and dewy, but it's not too dewy. I place streaks along my face and my neck using the foundation, and then I blend it out with a dense buffing brush. So this one is from Japanesque, and I usually have to add a little bit more after, so I just add some, blend it out, add some more, and blend it out until I get the coverage that I want. It can be medium to full coverage just depending on what you are wanting. Moving on to concealer, I am using one of my favorites. This is the Revlon Colourstay in the shade Fair, and I was running out of this, so I tried my best to scrape every little bit out, and I'm just blending it with the same brush. I'm going to use some liquid highlighter because I love the shine that it gives. This is the Liquid Glow by Anastasia in the shade Perla, and I'm just popping it on in dots. And I started blending out with my finger and realizing I put way too much on, so I had to switch to a brush to really blend it all out because I didn't need this much. Now I'm going to bake, so I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This one is in the shade Pound Cake, and I'm just going to try and place it on top of my skin with a brush. And when I say try, this powder can be really tricky. It just wants to sink into my skin, so I really have to lightly pat it to make sure it stays on top so it can bake. And while it's baking, I'm going to do my contour. So I'm using my Hoola bronzer just for the hollows of my cheeks, underneath my lip, and then on my nose very lightly. After I'm done contouring, I just wipe all of my powder off. I don't like to bake for long, so I just leave it on while I do one step on my makeup and then wipe it all off. Now I'm just going to grab my Cover FX Perfector face palette and give some life to my skin using bronzer. I'm going to use the shade Contour in this palette, and I'm just going to use patting and flicking motions to pop this on. So I like to do this technique when I'm wearing more of a dewy foundation because I feel when I'm really rubbing it and using circular motions with bronzer, it can take my foundation away. So that's why I like to just pat it on when I'm wearing a dewy one because then it stays into place. I felt like I wanted more of a pop to my highlighter because a liquid one can really melt into your skin. So I'm just going to use my Lou-Manizer by the Balm just to place it on top of where I put the liquid highlighter. Now I'm going to be moving on to blush. I'm using my Peachy Love Blush Trio by Anastasia and taking the shade Nectar, and I'm just going to place it onto the apples of my cheeks and sweep it back towards my temples, and then also a little bit on top of my nose to make me look a little bit more flushed. To set my face, I'm just going to use my Catrice Prime and Fine Makeup Mist to set my makeup into place. And now I'm going to move on to my eyes. So I am going to use my BH Cosmetics, it's my RayeRaye palette, and I'm taking the shade called Nudist first and popping that into my crease with a crease brush, of course. And then I'm going to take the shade Chai and do the same thing, but I'm also going to put this shade all over my lid and blend it up into my crease, as well as onto my lower lash line, just so everything flows together. Next, I'm grabbing the shade Spice, and I'm going to create a little bit of a smoked out wing using a pencil brush. I'm just going to flick it out at the end of my eye and then also drag it along my upper lash line. Now I'm going to grab the shade Control Freak, and I wanted a little bit extra dimension with the other color, so I'm just popping it, as you can see, right there on my wing, also on the outer part of my lower lash line, and just connecting the two there. To brighten up my inner corners, I'm going to take the shade Brightener from my Cover FX palette and pop it onto my tear ducts, and then for mascara, I'm going to use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It is literally the best mascara. I'm going to put it on my upper and my lower lash lines and not do any false lashes. Last, for my makeup step, I'm going to pop on my Anastasia matte lipstick. This one is in the shade Nude, and I feel like it just made the whole look come together perfectly. It was literally the perfect shade to match. The perfume I use is one of my favorites. It's from YSL, and it is the Black Opium scent. I absolutely love it. And then here is the outfit. It is from Winners, so it's so extremely cheap, and I'm really sorry that I can't get the full outfit in the frame. I couldn't get the right angle and I was running late, so I kind of did it in the middle. And then that is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, like this video if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!